What gave you the culture shock? It's like the nuances and the culture.
Yeah.
What surprised me are the squeaky shoes that kids sometimes wear. My shoes squeak all the time.
No trash cans.
Yeah. I'm feeling the love for Japan. This is awesome. Culture shock. We're going to go and ask people here what their Japan culture shock is. We got some new ones, so let's go and ask foreigners in Japan. Where are you guys from?
France.
And?
Tahiti.
Ooh, what brings you to Japan? Why Japan?
It's the second time I come and I just love this country.
You came back. Why?
I love the fashion, I love the people, I love the activities. Yeah.
The activities. Ooh, tell me more. What activities do you like to do in Japan?
I like to go clubbing, I like to go shopping. I like to go to like the pet cafes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you go to one today?
No, but I'm going to a Samoyed cafe with him after.
Which cafe?
Samoyeds. It's a fluffy dog.
Oh, I think I've seen the dog walk around actually, yes.
Well, there's one right up the street, but we're going to one in Asakusa.
Why did you come to Japan?
I really love the food. I did culinary studies, so it's always great to come here and enjoy all you can eat, really.
Japanese cuisine, what makes it special to you?
I think it's the amount of care put into it. It's the amount of work and precision that you find that a lot of Japanese chefs work with. It's not often found somewhere in the West. So it's really nice to see someone put all their work in and then come out with an amazing dish.
Question. You've been here twice. This is your first time, second, third time, fifth time?
Second or third. I think I came when I was very young, and then I came around again when I was around 16.
Why did you come back?
I think because I couldn't get everything done the first time. I think there's always so much more to do. There's always so much more to see, especially in Tokyo and in Osaka and all the bigger cities. You can't really get everything done in a short, 2-3 week trip. You have to come back. You have to experience more things, I think.
Why did you come back?
Just because I love the first experience. Also, my brother spent 6 months here, so he gave me a lot of addresses and things to do here. So I wanted to come back.
Oh, you're going down the list that your brother gave you?
Yeah.
Nice. What gave you the culture shock? Anything that surprised you when you came back the second time, or maybe even the first time?
I noticed one thing when I speak to people around here. They don't say no to things. Like when you invite them to do something, they're not going to say no. They're going to find an excuse, and you have to read between the lines. And I find that pretty hard to understand.
So what do you, instead of a no, what do you generally tend to hear?
Yeah, maybe, but I might have this to do or something. And they're never going to say a plain no. And it's kind of hard to interpret sometimes.
Yeah, you wish they'd be a bit more clear with you. Yeah. I think the worst one is, it's difficult. That's pretty much no.
Yeah.
But actually, if you do the right conversation, you can change it. Because I asked my manager this morning, hey, can we go and have some matcha latte in the morning? And she's like, it's difficult. And then I sold it to her. Was like, we were going to be on time for the shoot, and it worked out in the word. So if you talk a little bit more, you might get a yes.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of Japanese people don't really share their opinions very straightforward. And that can cause communication issues when when being an American we're like, I think this, blah, 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 but and everyone's just kind of like, what? But maybe in response.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think they have an opinion, but they don't want to push it so strongly, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that's very different from how communication is between different people from overseas, well, specifically America, I guess, but yeah.
And then sometimes we're like, well, but what do you think though? Let me know. It's not in a negative way. I think it can be seen as conflict, but it's actually no, we like rubbing our opinions a little bit.
Yeah. I like to share and know what other people think. So yeah.
And we can be different opinions, but the most important part is that we communicate.
That's for sure. Communication is very important.
Right.
I think there's also just this tendency for people to mind their own business a lot more, because in Tahiti and Polynesia it's very much like everybody knows everybody. I have 50 cousins. If I go out on the street, I'm gonna meet someone I know from my family. So here it's very different to feel maybe a little bit more isolated, community wise. And I guess there's less people in your business, which can be a good thing, but at the same time, when you're used to having other people check in and care and just make sure you're okay, it is kind of different.
So you're used to people saying hi or knowing you on the street, and now you're in Tokyo. How does that feel? No one knows you.
Yeah, I mean, it's also nice because at the same time, for example, if I wanted to dress alt in Tahiti, I'm gonna get a lot of stares. I'm gonna get my cousin texting me like, "What the hell are you doing?" So it's nice to just have a little bit of anonymity. Just feel free to do what I want. There's a lot more freedom when you're not afraid of social pressure, I think.
Safety is different because here I feel like better if I can wear whatever I want. While in Italy maybe it's different. Usually I don't dress like this because people stare at you and maybe whistle you and stuff like that. So this I think is a
because
shock.
we are living in Italy right now, a moment very like intense moment, like, so especially in Milano, it is a big city. There is a lot. I mean, you need to keep attention on the subway about pickpocket and stuff, and also random people around the street that can ask you money, telephones and stuff. So, and sometimes are dangerous people. So it's not easy to go around, especially in the night. So for her, especially that had like bad situation in the past. So here she feels very safe and she's happy to go around also alone today.
That's why I want to live here, because I can finally live a easy life and walk alone without any problem and thoughts. So yeah.
No one's bothering you.
Yeah.
It's a very good thing. It's a very valid reason. It's one of the like amazing things that Japan manages to do to be so safe.
Here, I have literally zero harassment stories, thank God. But usually I get attacked so much in Russia for my style, obviously. Therefore, I was just really glad to finally have a safe space to live. Yeah, I think if we get a little bit deeper, I think that's the best culture shock I ever felt. Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry you had those bad experiences.
No, it's totally cool, it's fine.
So Japan, for wearing what you're wearing, Japan is much safer?
Yes, I think it's much safer. And I don't know, you just get a lot of compliments here and people literally just mind their business. And I really cherish that about Japan. I think so.
Basically, last time that I came in Japan, I went to Caesarea with a friend of mine. He's a YouTuber, so we make like an Italian guy eating to Caesarea.
Which is like an Italian style restaurant in Japan?
I mean, it's very cheap, so it was good for me to see that there is a place to enjoy Italian food for so cheap price. Yeah. So it's very good for the Japanese people. I think they need to go, but for Italian, guys are shocked. So basically, that was the cultural shock, was see the pizza in that place. But I know there are also a few spots that are cool and very nice and with good pizza, for example. So, but that one was a shock.
It's called a family restaurant in a way, right? It has a lot of like Italian-ish dishes. Was there one dish that was good and was there one dish that was bad? Please let me know.
I mean, it's very hard to find a good one, but I think the tiramisu was special. Like I made tiramisu at home, and I think that it's very good. And the worst one was the vongole pasta. Vongole, with the mussels, like pasta with mussels. Was very bad.
Try harder a little bit. But like you've seen some. Have you been to some Italian food places here in Japan?
Real Italian food? Like, no, because as I said before, I love Japanese food. So when I'm here, I wanna enjoy as much as possible the Japanese food. So.
That makes sense.
I think I found it really surprising that whenever you get lost on the train or whatever, you can just get your money back just asking for, oh, excuse me, I overpaid, and they can just literally pay you back just a little bit, the difference which you paid, which you made a mistake. Yep, so that was so shocking to me. Therefore,
I see what you mean. So if you take the wrong thing and you like overpay, in Russia you wouldn't get it back?
No way. You would just say, get the hell out. You do everything again.
So your fault, do it again.
Yes. So therefore, I was just surprised with how nice the system is from the transportation. It's very convenient for me.
What didn't shock me the most, but it's like a little bit, okay, it's like you have a lot of sounds everywhere. Good for point. The train, for when you cross the street, when you, go somewhere, you hear like a lot of sounds. So just like, where's the sound coming from? So this was like very like, okay. But I don't know. It's not so shocking because I was in a lot of places, so nothing shocks me anymore.
But I gotta say, yeah, everything talks at you. Machines talk at you, cars talk at you. Everything goes like, even in a car just goes backwards. It doesn't just go beep, beep, beep. Sometimes it goes like, this car is going backwards.
Yeah. Everything has a sound for everything. Well, it's good, but sometimes like, where's the sound coming from? Why do you need a sound for this? For the trash can, for the, I don't know, door? Yeah. But that's like the only thing that was like, oh, okay. But anything else, like it's very crowdy here. That's like crazy. Yep. But anything else? Also the cars. The cars are very different from obviously Germany. But they're small and they're so large, and sometimes it looks like a box. Like, I don't know, that's a little bit weird.
They see small and larger, but they're kind of very compact, like a box.
Yeah, like this one there. Yeah. This one was.
You can fit a lot in it, and there's a lot of like vans kind of going around there, like lunchbox sized vans.
Yes, yeah, correct. Like these like black cars, they're so big and like so boxy. Like, it's crazy. Yeah.
I can tell you're actually being in them. Like if you sit in one of those cars, they're really spacious. Surprising. It's amazing.
Yes.
They're a little bit different from like German cars, but still very good in their own way.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Would you like try and drive one of them?
I don't know. I cannot drive in the left side.
Danger.
But yeah, I don't know if I would try to like drive here. Did you already drive here? Yeah. No.
I did. I have a driver's license.
Same, but I think I will not drive here. Yeah. Yes.
And why are there Christmas lights in all seasons? It's called illumination in Japan. They are mainly around the winter season, but sometimes they go all the way into the year to celebrate that romantic mood that you get in the evening. If you want to know more about Japanese culture, check out this video up here for more, and I'll catch you soon on Ask Japanese. Bye!